Welcome back. We've been talking about on and off here throughout this first hour about what happened in Congress yesterday. Went through the list of the names of the people who voted to say, "Oh yeah, sure, terrorists, give them guns. Crazy people, give them guns. Wife beaters, husbands beater, physical, give them guns. Yeah, no problem. You know, we don't need to regulate this stuff. We don't. There should be. Well, anyhow." Patricia Maisch knows this stuff probably better than any of us. She is a survivor of the Tucson, Arizona shooting that injured Gabby Giffords. She saved the lives of, we don't know how many yet, but and never will, but saved the lives of others by grabbing the third clip away from Jared Loughner as he was reloading. She was in the Senate last night. Her website, demandaction.org and mayorsagainstillegalguns.org. Patricia Maisch, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate your having me.
It is an honor and a pleasure to have you with us. Yesterday, I'm usually not a fan of people interrupting Congress. Certainly, the guy who yelled, "You lie" at the president was rather shameful. But you spoke out yesterday in a way that brought a rebuke from the vice president. You want to tell us about that?
Well, I'm not usually the person that's disruptive either, but I went from being very sad to very mad, and as we know, mad can cause you to do things that you might not do otherwise. And in my case, I don't have a gun, so I wouldn't go from being sad to mad and use force. So I used the force of my voice. My husband always told me I should have been a drill sergeant instead of a whatever it is I do. Mm-hmm. So I used my drill sergeant voice in a moment of anger to let what I think are a bunch of soulless senators that have no compassion know how I felt.
And you said, "Shame on you."
I did say, "Shame on you."
I congratulate you for that.
Thank you so much.
I congratulate you for your courage in saying that. I'm not sure that I would have had the courage to say that.
I think if you would have seen 6 people dead on the sidewalk and 13 more injured, you might have had the initiative. I call it initiative more than courage in that case.
Right. So when we're talking with Patricia Maisch, she basically stopped Jared Loughner from killing more people as he was reloading. The fellow who shot Gabby Giffords and killed, 6 other people?
6 people and injured another 12 besides Gabby.
Right. And Patricia is sometimes referred to as the hero of Tucson. I understand also you while these you describe them as soulless, I would describe them as cowards. People who voted against just simple background checks yesterday, while they were saying that no, crazy people and violent people and terrorists and drug dealers must not be asked whether they are any of those categories or any other questions. They must not pass a background test, a check of any sort, in order to buy a weapon which has a single purpose, which is killing things, principally people. Apparently, you yourself were subject to a background check last night.
I did sort of call it that. We were escorted very kindly and gently. A gentleman that...
This is after you said, "Shame on you."
Yes. We were escorted from the gallery. There was a female officer also. They all had a job to do, and they did it gently and kindly and courteously. So we do have some very good law enforcement people. And
we do.
We did have to surrender our driver's license. We had to repeat everything that was on the driver's license, question by question. We had to say why we were here, when we got into D.C., when we were planning on leaving. So it did end up being sort of a little background check.
So you actually went through a far more exhaustive background check than somebody who had murdered his wife, 10 years earlier, just gotten out of prison, and shows up at a gun show and wants to buy a gun would have to go through.
If he chose not to go through a gun dealer, you're right. I don't know.
Well, even if he went through a gun dealer, he wouldn't have to ask. He wouldn't have to read back every single thing on his driver's license, would he?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think he would. I've never tried to.
Or explain why he was there, or how long he was going to stay, or anything else. I just find this so ironic.
Well, here's another comparison to a background check that we like to use in Arizona. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but if you go into Walmart, let's use Walmart. You go into Walmart to buy a package of Sudafed, you have to surrender your driver's license so they can look at it. You have to sign your name. You have to say that you're not going to use this drug for some illicit purpose. But
Right.
you can go over to the sporting goods shop at Walmart. Oh, this is not a very good one.
Yeah.
You don't. If you went outside and bought a gun from a guy in the parking lot, you don't need anything. You just say how many guns you want, put down your money, and walk away. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah. I had a debate earlier with a pro-gun guy, and I said, this is like passing a law that says that it's illegal for Hertz or Avis to ask people how old they are before they rent them a car. So a 13-year-old could walk in and say, I'd like to rent a car, please. And the Hertz and Avis person can't say, well, are you old enough to drive?
That's right.
It's like, come on. It's like, yeah, you may have a right, but there are responsibilities associated with those rights. You have a... I'm sorry, go ahead.
The other correlation we like to use is if there was two lines at the airport, and one of them was security, and the other one, if you didn't think you could pass security, please go over to this side. We'll get you on the airplane, no problem.
Right. It makes no sense. I'm assuming since you were in the gallery there in the Senate yesterday that you, being in Washington D.C., probably had talked to some of these members of Congress. Did you talk to any of the members of Congress who ended up voting on the side of the terrorists and the crazy people and the wife beaters and the murderers?
We actually did. Those are the senators we asked for audiences with, either them or their staffers. We talked to the ones that were still undecidedly by announcement. I believe they probably made up their minds before we got there, but like Senator Heidkamp from North Dakota.
Yeah, we had great hopes for Heidi Heidkamp.
Well, I read in our newspaper or online not too long ago that she didn't think her state needed additional regulation, federal regulation. And, I started thinking about the difference between Arizona and North Dakota. And senators really don't just represent their state. They represent the whole country. And I thought, we don't worry too much about flooding in the desert. We get it every once in a while. But what if I said, I don't think we need any more federal dollars or federal regulations about flooding and flood control in North Dakota. It just doesn't make sense that she could consider it just another federal regulation for her state. So I'm very disappointed, and I really do think she lost her soul yesterday.
Yeah, it's really sad. Although, I got to tell you, I've been in North Dakota. The right-wing talk radio infrastructure there is really, really solid. She's got a lot up against her. And and so does Mark Begich, and so Max Baucus. I never seriously thought he was a Democrat. Mark Pryor, I don't know about, but I think it's so sad. What advice would you? We have just a little less than a minute here left. Patricia Maisch, what advice in fact, where should our listeners go? What should they do right now in 10 seconds?
You should go to your senators. You should call them and say, I'm embarrassed. You've embarrassed our state by not voting for a simple, reasonable enforcement.
Because there will be another chance, you think?
There will. We are energized. The NRA, our senators should stop trying to get A ratings from NRA and try to get them from their constituents.
Amen.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Patricia Maisch, demandaction.org is the website. Patricia, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me on.